Hi there, it's Jana Eubank. Merry Christmas from scrapbook.com. The holidays are just around the corner, and if you're like me, while you're shopping for the crafters on your list, you're also making your own holiday wish list. Now, if you're looking for a few fun ideas, be sure to check out the scrapbook.com 2018 Holiday Gift Guide. It's filled with all kinds of fun goodies that I know you're going to want to stuff your stocking with, so be sure to check it out. I want to show you a few of those items today. So first up, I want to share with you the We Are Memory Keepers clear stacking paper trays. What I love about these is they have a clear, clean, sleek design that fits your cube storage systems. Now what I'm going to use mine for is I have this little spot over here on my side of my desk, and I'm going to use it to store all of my latest and greatest supplies. When my packages come from scrapbook.com, sometimes I will be honest, I let them stack up on my desk and things start to get buried and things start to get lost and I forget what I have. But that's not gonna happen any longer because now I have my stacking paper trays. I can put all my goodies in there, I'll be able to see them, which means I'm going to use them. Another fun thing I want to share with you are the scrapbook.com exclusive Hyber ink pads. They come in so many delicious colors and they look really great on your projects. While you're picking out a few of these, be sure to pick up the new stencil blending brushes. I wasn't sure I would use these, but I love them. They're one of my new favorite tools. I love to use them with stencils, I love to use them with my dry embossing folders, or even by themselves to just add a nice blended edge to my projects, and like my cards, my tags, my scrapbook pages. They're so much fun to use, so give them a try. Another thing that you may want to check out are the exclusive stamp sets by scrapbook.com. They have so many fun phrases and sayings, and recently I used them to make my holiday gift tags, but I also have a couple of cards to make with you today that feature these fun stamps, so stay tuned for that. Another one of my favorite scrapbook.com supplies are their thin metal die sets. Now, I just recently have fallen in love with metal dies in the last year or so, and I'm collecting these like wildfire because there's so many great basic shapes that I can use over and over again. One of my very favorite sets, especially for the holidays, is this tag set. Now I want you to think about all the different sizes of gifts under your Christmas tree. You've got your small jewelry boxes all the way up to your big bikes that your kids have asked for. How cute would it be to take this big giant tag, put your child's name on it, and tie that to that big gift with a big beautiful red bow? If that doesn't say Christmas, I don't know what does. So, scrapbook.com has all of your goodies that you're going to want as a crafter for Christmas, but not only that, they have the sales. So let me tell you about the sales that are coming up. Pre-Black Friday sale is on November 21st and 22nd. So you don't even have to wait for Black Friday, guys. There's a pre-Black Friday sale. Then, of course, they have a Black Friday weekend sale from November 22nd to November 25th. But that's not all. They carry it through Cyber Week with a Cyber Week sale from November 26th to November 30th. Now, if you haven't got your shopping done by then, don't fret. They are going to have a 12 Days of Christmas sale from December 1st to December 12th. Not only do they have your goodies, but they have sales, and you're going to want to check back every day because they're going to have surprises and special deals that will be exclusive to each of those days. All right, girls, now that I've told you about the supplies and now that I've told you about the sales, let's make some cards. My anniversary is coming up in January, so this first card is going to be for my husband, but this would also work for Valentine's Day. I'm going to start by using the You and Me Quotes and Sayings stamp set and the Starling Little Heart image to create some heart embellishments. I stamp it out on a scrap of white cardstock using the premium black dye ink by scrapbook.com, and now I'm using the Tonic Nuvo crystal drops in red berry to fill in the hearts. And as I'm squeezing the bottle, I'm just stippling along the shape of the heart to move the medium around and keep it inside that black edge. I'll set those aside and come back to those later to cut them out. I've gone ahead and pre-cut some white cardstock paper strips, and I'm going to use this to stamp out 2 sentiments for this card. One of them is going to go on the thicker strip, and then the other saying is going to go on the thinner strip. The first sentiment I'm going to use says "Just the Two of Us," and that is also from the You and Me Quotes and Sayings stamp set. Now, I can never get my sentiments straight, so I stamp out several, and that way I can choose the one that I like the best.
So I have the first sentiment, and now I'm moving on to the second one, and I'm using this phrase that says "Hello, darling" from this 2x3 stamp set by scrapbook.com. I go ahead and use the black ink again, and then I will choose which one that I like best, cut that out, and set it aside while I create the rest of my card. I am going to use a white cardstock A2 base, and I've gone ahead and cut that and pre-scored it with my scoring tool. The papers I'm using today are from the I Am Mom collection by Echo Park Paper. This striped paper in the background is so cute. It has these little floating hearts here and there. It's just perfect for Valentine's Day or, like this, my anniversary. I add that pink solid strip, a white cardstock strip, and then this yellow pattern paper on top. And that series of strips is going to anchor my design. I cut this white cardstock heart using the Nested Scalloped Hearts die set by scrapbook.com, and then the blue pattern paper heart is using the Nested Hearts die set. I love how those layer together. They're so cute. Next, I'm going to use the Echo Park Summered Paper Dolls set and a clear stackable dauber by scrapbook.com. I'm using some pink ink, and I'm dabbing it on my ink pad and then just dabbing off the thickness of it and then adding some pink cheeks to these dolls. So here's a look at them with their pink cheeks, and now I'm going to come in and add the little small detail shapes. I have this white smiley mouth and then 2 black eyes. I love that I'm able to customize these dies to match my husband and I. And so you can see I have blonde hair and my husband has brown hair. Well, actually, he doesn't have brown hair anymore. He has gray hair now, but when we were young, he had brown hair. Anyway, so now I'm going to grab this Jelly Roll Glaze pen, and it has like this 3D ink, and I'm just dabbing on some to the eyes to add some highlights to the eyes and bring them to life a little bit. Now, don't be shocked. I am actually decapitating these paper dolls, but I wanted them to have clothes on so that this video would be modest while we were putting it together. But I encourage you to do that. Look at your die sets and see if you can cut them or alter them and use them in different ways than you may have initially thought of. I am now putting the heads on some foam squares, and I just laid down that first sentiment so I could kind of see where it was going to go and get my cute little couple into place. And now I can finish it up by putting the sentiments below. So there's just the two of us and the hello darling below. I've gone ahead and cut out some hearts that are already dry, and I'll add those above the cute little couple. Inside the card, I've used another stamp from the You and Me Quotes and Sayings stamp set, and it says, "I wish I met you sooner so I could love you longer." And that will complete the card. Let's move on to the second card. This time I am using a horizontal A2 card, and I'm going to use this pink solid paper from the I Am Mom Solids kit for the background. I'm using a plaid background stamp. This one's by Echo Park Paper, and there's several different plaid background stamps in the shop, so take a look and find one. Now you can see that I just left the stamp on the carrier sheet and then placed my cardstock on top, and I didn't get a super crisp image, I wasn't being fussy about it, but that's okay because my card design is going to cover most of that background paper. I've just cut a strip of craft cardstock from my stash and used my scissors to cut that wavy line and inked up the edges using a clear ink dauber and the dark chocolate ink. I am now using some white cardstock shapes that I cut out using the Echo Park Paper stitched rectangle nesting dies, and then I'm using this Misuse sentiment and the Lagoon blue ink to stamp on this cardstock shape. Again, that's from the You and Me Quotes and Sayings stamp set that we've been using all along. I'll add that up to the right corner, and now I'm ready to start adding my cute little scene. I cut out these clouds from vellum using the Heffy Doodle Swirly Clouds dies, and then I'm using my Xyron Create a Sticker machine to add adhesive all across the back of the vellum clouds, and that way you don't see the adhesive when I place them down. I put one to the right, and then the other two are overlapping my stitched rectangle block. Now I've got this cute cactus pear die set, and you can see that it has 2 layers to the cactuses and make those cute polka dot cactuses, but I decided just to use the bottom layer of the cactus, and I'm going to emboss it with this Echo Park Paper Sunny Dots embossing folder. Now I'm using my stencil blending brush and the pine ink to ink up the edges, and you can see how the ink just settles into the pattern and adds some nice shading and dimension to that shape. So we'll tuck that onto the card, and now I'm ready to complete my design. I'm using the 6x12 cardstock sticker sheet from the Mama Llama collection by Simple Stories. Now this collection was intended for Mother's Day, but it's so perfect here on this darling scene with this cactus, with these cactus dies. I'm adhering them with foam squares, and then I'll add a little twine bow to the llamas to give this card some dimension. Next, I'll add some final details with a floral sticker to the right of the llamas from that same sticker sheet, and then a small cactus sticker to the left. And then I will take the yellow heart sticker from the sticker sheet and add that above the llamas' heads next to the sentiment. I hope you enjoyed seeing this card come together. Thanks so much, and Merry Christmas from Scrapbook.com.